Hi, everybody. My name's JP. I want to welcome you to the Wednesday show. It's all Vegas fun. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday show. And it's going to be kind of a different Wednesday show today because it's not going to be all madness and insanity. We just thought I'd take an opportunity midweek to kind of wrap up the trip from last week. I saw so many of you in the live streams, or many of you in person, and we'll do some shout outs later on in the show. As you know, we record the Wednesday show, or maybe you don't know. As you know, we record the Wednesday show on Tuesday. If you'd like to see it on Tuesday, you can join the Magnificent Seven. That's our members. And let's shout out our members here today. I appreciate you all. Adam Burchett, Vegas Best Ideas. Matt Bridger, Diana Allen, Cinnamon Girl, The Frontiersman, whose shirt I am rocking again today. He sent me 3, so. And the one and only Pennies for Vegas. So thank you all for your support. And thanks to all the folks who super chatted and super stickered us during the mini live streams last week. It's much appreciated. It helps us bring you a quality product. Speaking of quality product, I don't know about that last vlog. Not feeling that great about it, but thought I'd bring it to you anyway because we recorded it. Just as far as the trip, these trips are becoming like group outings. I ran into so many people I didn't expect to, so much earlier than I expected to run into them. So it became pretty amazing. First night I'm there, I think I was playing down at, I was downtown Grand, having some halfway decent luck for the first time on the trip. And I get a message from Ace, and he's like, "Are you at the Plaza?" And I'm like, "No." "Oh, I am." I was like, "You are?" So I had the opportunity to hang out with him quite a bit, meet up with a couple of his friends later, Mimo and Darla. You know, we did it up, ended up back down at El Cortez, played for quite a while there. Unfortunately, his live stream got shut off by security, but that's just one of those things that happens, it seems like. But if you're interested in checking out some of our misadventures, more of our misadventures than I shared, definitely check out his channel. And a shout out to Ace. We got to see him a couple more times on the trip. So, and we actually got to see Mimo and Darla a couple more times on the trip. So good fun. Day 2 was, of course, pizza day. And a shout out to all the folks at Pop-Up Pizza, Pizza Rock, and Evil Pie for putting together some tasty product. As you may or may not know, I thought Evil Pie was the winner by a hair. So that was some good fun. Also got to check out my newest pretend girlfriend, Slot Lady, playing some blackjack at El Cortez. Look, I'm back at El Cortez again. I actually played a lot at El Cortez, played a fair amount at Plaza. Also, of course, one of the highlights of the trip was being able, for the first time, to check out Circa. And it's really an amazing property, and it kind of stands out. It's not like a sore thumb, but it really doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the downtown properties. But I don't feel like it's strip-like either. It's unique. You know, obviously, I did not go up to the stadium swim because I'm allergic to pools, and because they were going to charge me $10, but looks like some great restaurants there. I did try Victory Burger, which was also recorded for y'all on, I think, the day 1 vlog, I believe. And that was quite good. A little pricey, but everything at Circa is going to be pricey, and you're not going to get the best, you know, gaming odds either. But if you look at it overall, it's really a magnificent facility. The sports book absolutely blew me away. I mean, you can see it from half the casino, and it really is almost breathtaking and very different from what anybody else has attempted to do. So again, a shout out to Derek Stevens and the people that conceived of that property. They did a really good job of it. Also played a lot of Fortune Cup, which is not the best idea. You don't even get any points on this game, but I had a lot of fun. Played a little bit at Plaza, played quite a bit at the D. Got to see my favorite bartender in Las Vegas, Valeria, at Golden Gate. Got a few beers there. Played a little Caveman Keno. Not much luck, but there it goes. The sad part of the visit to downtown was walking over to Main Street Station and seeing it still boarded up and closed up, and hopefully that'll change sometime later this year. Also, I found the sort of protocols in and out of the casinos and even in and out of the Fremont Street area to be just sort of annoying and not consistent. I mean, what difference does it make if one casino takes your temperature or IDs you if you can walk into 8 other casinos that don't? So again, let's hope that we can very soon do away with all these protocols. It's not that it's that irritating per se, it just seems kind of pointless in the context of this massive project. I will say on Sunday and even on Monday night, downtown was fairly busy. I had someone suggest to me that maybe it was locals coming down there because there weren't so many tourists, and it was an opportunity to enjoy the Fremont Street experience without having to deal with such huge crowds. And maybe that's what it was. I don't know. There were still a few street performers out and about. Downtown actually seemed better than the Strip in terms of having restaurants that were open, and we'll get to that here in just a minute. But like I said, checked out the 3 pizza places. They were good. Checked out Victory Burger. That was good. So that was the sort of the downtown experience. And then I moved, obviously, over to Delano for 2 nights. The frustration on the South Strip was what I just alluded to, and that was, I would say, 2/3 of the bars and restaurants were closed. And it's certainly understandable. Most of them opened on the weekend, but that didn't do me very much good. I had 7 My Vegas rewards. I was able to use 1 of them because all the other places were only open on the weekend. So keep that in mind if you're looking at some of the rewards. And there's some good ones still available. Maybe not as good as a few years ago, but you can definitely get some free stuff. Although I will say my free gelato at Aria was quite delicious once they figured out how to give it to me. They figured out the whole game thing. But yeah, so I have ended up returning almost all those. I think I have 1 more that I need to return, but I have to wait 30 days or something, which is fine because it doesn't expire for 45 days. So there you go. Don't think I'll be getting back quite that soon. But yeah, that was a bit frustrating. Delano was beautiful. Mandalay Bay was beautiful. Very, like I said, very empty. Again, I'd say I gambled significantly more over at the Luxor, which has become one of my favorite casinos against all odds. That first night at Delano ended up making my way at one point up to Cosmopolitan, where I would meet up once again with Ace and also Destiny. Mike Nebaker, I believe, was in town at that point. Yeah, Mike was in town that night because we had Caesars afterwards, but got to see a group pull live and a hand pay live, which was pretty darn cool. And then we all retired to one of the lounge areas there at Arian, had a few drinks, including, there you go, Mark, a few Caesars. So that would be in the day 3 vlog if you want to go back and check that out. But that was a good time. Again, some really nice people that I would never have met if I hadn't started this channel. So that was pretty much day 3. Day 4 was a long and crazy one. Started out with a nice surprise. Was chatting on, I think, on Twitter with about possibly going over to Jessie Rae's barbecue, and got a message from Steph, Vegas to Cali. Said, hey, we want to go over there. We'll give you a ride. It's like, cool. So got to meet up with Steph and her daughter. Went to Jessie Rae's, had a nice meal there, and then made my way back to Delano. Got to walk past the stadium, which is pretty cool. And just, it's not that long a walk, so it's definitely very doable from that area. And then, of course, that night we all, most all of us ended up at Stage Door for a while. I think that's probably my longest Vegas live stream ever. We went well over an hour. And then we passed the baton over to the Kinos, who surprised us by joining us a day early in the hopes of seeing Ace, who arrived fashionably late. But a good time there. Shout out to our bartender Stephanie, who was beautiful and very accommodating, and got to check out the hot dogs there at Stage Door, which were actually just fine. They're just hot dogs. As many as we ate, they were not sitting there very long. So that was good fun there at Stage Door. Ended up getting the opportunity also to check out Steph's room at Cosmo. I hadn't been in a room at Cosmo, and certainly not on a terrace at Cosmo, since my 50th birthday, which is now a few more years ago than I'd like to admit. But that was also a good time. Then made my way back to Delano. I actually just walked it. And again, it was really, really empty that night walking back. And it was late, but it wasn't that late. And normally you'd see a lot more people. But there you go. So checking out at Delano the next morning. Grabbed a little something to eat, played, gambled a little bit, and then it was time to head up to the Wynn for the final day, sort of the trip. Which, as I say, is somewhat documented in the, it's somewhat documented in the Day 5 wrap-up vlog, but there's a lot of missing pieces there, and trust me, there's a lot of missing pieces in my memory of that day. Yeah, obviously the big highlight was getting a chance to spend some time with Walt and Tina, Frontiersmen, again, repping their shirt here today. Well, yeah, no, I'm not flipping it around, PJ. So that was good fun. And then I Ubered it back to Wynn and played into the whale into the wee hours, so much so that by the time I crashed, I woke up to having missed my flight, which again, we already talked about. But yeah, so made my way home successfully. Had one day to recover before heading back to work, and that was a good plan. And currently no real big plans to get back to Vegas. Speculated maybe on June, but we'll have to see what happens. A lot of things going on in the world and with my family and in my life, so we will see if that works out, but definitely try to make it back in October for Rocktober, if nothing else. So again, I think I've mentioned pretty much everybody, all the people we ran into on the trip, so thanks to them. And again, we had so many people live chatting, and we're up 44 subscribers in the last month, which is great. Things are kind of stagnated. Our view times are way up, and some of that obviously is Vegas. It's also a lot of you watching our shows on Wednesday and Saturday as well. And so we'll hope to continue to produce some fun product. Next Wednesday, we'll do a much more wacky show, I am certain. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, I said other highlights of the trip that I didn't mention. No, didn't really have any big wins. But as I say, I didn't play a lot. It was fun hitting back-to-back long shots on the Fortune Cup. Also hit an actual number playing the video roulette. But I mean, these are all $30 wins. So it's not big money by any means. The VP was not kind at all, with the exception of the little stretch I had at Stage Door. Hitting that straight flush was kind of cool because, as I mentioned on the live stream, that just doesn't happen very often. So it's not a lot of money, but it was cool to see it happen for once. But no royals, no big jackpots. The slot wins were, small. But I really didn't gamble that much on this trip, so we'll see. My room offers will probably dry up from M Life and any place downtown, but maybe it'll be time to return to the Caesars universe. I didn't play there at all, and so they still think I'm sort of a high roller. Ha! Yeah. So, but yeah, just like I said, just kind of sort of reaching through my mind, trying to see if there's something else I wanted to mention. It was nice finding a Shake Shack at the airport. Hadn't eaten there for a couple of years, and definitely my favorite sort of chain hamburger out there. Got recognized once on this trip. Well, got recognized many times, but these were people I already knew, so that wasn't necessarily too surprising. But had a gentleman come up to me at the plaza, was with his wife, and was saying, "Hey, how much you enjoyed the show?" And I was like, "Wow, thank you. That's really cool." don't remember catching the gentleman's name. So if you're watching the show today, please hit me up in the comments below so I know who you are. And then had a comment the other day on one of the vlogs that someone said I was their favorite vlogger, and I was like, really? But it's comments like that and meeting so many great people like you all that makes this whole YouTube experience worth it. And so thank you all for being a part of my trip in whatever way you were. So when someone said I was their favorite vlogger, I was like, I don't really think of myself as a vlogger. I do try to vlog my Las Vegas trips. I started thinking about some of my favorite channels, and there's so many out there that I can't possibly list them all without leaving people out who shouldn't be left out. But I think you have people that are like slot channels who do a lot of recording in Vegas. And we talked about my girlfriend, slot lady, watching. Hi, Sarah. People like Diana Ivani, who's been doing it for a long time and doing it well, Brian Christopher, and so many more. We have folks follow the channel like Lucky Dog Slots and Windy City Frenzy, and of course PJ Slots and Entertainment. Always enjoy their content, but I honestly don't watch as many of the slot videos as I used to. And then you've got the people that basically vlog Vegas, and I probably would put myself in that group. I would put someone like Matt Bridger in this group. I shouldn't mention myself in the same breath as the vlog father, but I mean, mostly his vlogs are when he goes to Vegas. You've got people that, most folks would look at and say, oh, these are vloggers. And I look at some of these folks as filmmakers, because what they do is so far beyond what some of the rest of us do. And again, I leave people out when I say this, go through these names, but obviously, Nikki Firmage, literally. Dave Michelle from We Work to Visit Vegas. I put Hagen Tucson in this mix. For folks that aren't necessarily doing it always in Vegas, again, I put Frontiersman on there. And he does it almost on the fly, and it's still really good content. Andy and Simone over at A Good Times Production. I think somebody else I was going to, oh yeah, and PJ. I love PJ's vlogging stuff as well as his cocktails, which will be back this Saturday. So stay tuned. Definitely don't want to miss that. So like I said, I think those folks do it at a different level, because the technical proficiency, the editing, and there's more folks that, again, we could mention and I leave out. But so yeah, there's those folks. And then to me, there's the life vloggers, and the life vloggers at some level are more interesting to me. And I've incorporated a little more of this. The Wednesday show is an attempt to kind of life vlog, and that is sharing themselves on a regular basis, what they do, the highlights, the lowlights. And I think of my friend Cinnamon Girl is a good example. She, vlogs a lot of her ups and downs and her experiences. Lately, been very, very fond of Uber DC. And it's just PJ coming on there talking about the people he picked up in his Uber that day. But it's kind of mesmerizing. So I really enjoy those kinds of vlogs. I think they're probably my favorite, the ones I kind of look forward to. And that leads me up to saying what I think my favorite vlog is out there. And, it kind of is, it can be a haphazard vlog at times, just like this is a haphazard show at times. But it's got a great small cast of characters, and it's just positive, has a lot of energy, has a lot of good Vegas information, and it means that's the one and only Pennies for Vegas. And I love the fact that most of the vlogs are short, 5, 10, 15-minute pieces. I can check them out on my lunch break. But I do. I look forward to Mark's vlogs, and so a shout out to Mark, my official favorite vlogger out there. And I chat with him every day. We talk about Vegas, talk about basketball, saving money, and having a good time. So we're going to go ahead and call that a day. So I hope you enjoyed our wrap-up show. And if you're a channel I didn't mention today, or if you're a channel that I did, promote yourself in the comments below. I've met a lot of folks, and I, didn't have the opportunity to shout everybody out. Yeah, it's definitely a free-for-all in the comments today. Promote your channel. Let's build an even bigger community here about Las Vegas. So until next time, this Saturday, Boone Vegas Weekly will be back. I hope that you have a great and lucky week. We will see you soon.